So yesterday we have discussed till here, right? Elasticity. Next thing we have reliability. So reliability means hmm, like in our family, we are very much reliable with our parents. Why? Because whatever we need, we go to him, they give us immediately. So we know we are assured that whenever I need anything, I go to my parents, they will give. So this relation is what? Reliability. Means whenever you need the service and the service is accessible or available, means it's a reliable. Okay, and this feature is called reliability. Next, agility. So here, whenever we are going to try any new ideas in the business, in cloud it is very cheap, or you can say it's very less in compared to the traditional data center. Any idea came in our mind, we can immediately take those type of services from AWS, and the duration for which we have used, we have to pay only. No upfront investment will be there. But in traditional data center, we have to invest that much and then try. And if it does not work, then all the money is waste. Also, whatever is the new technology, latest technology with the latest software, everything is available on the cloud. But in general traditional data center, if you have purchased suppose i3 machine, then we have to depend on only i3. We cannot immediately change the hardware. If I have purchased any software, then there is a solution, we can update it. But for the hardware type of things, we cannot upgrade. Any new technology came, again we have to purchase it. Here, any new thing comes, I can switch immediately from this software to another softwares, another solutions. Okay, but here we own everything in the traditional data center, and we have to purchase everything, whether it is an old technology, new technology, everything. Now this is the definition of cloud computing by AWS. So cloud computing is on demand delivery of compute power. Compute power means our computer, our servers, which include the motherboard, processor, RAM and all. That is called compute power. Then the database storage, applications, any softwares you want, that is available on cloud computing, and other IT resource through the cloud service platform via internet. So whatever service we take from the AWS, we can access only through internet, and pay as you go price means how much you use, that much you pay. Okay. So this is clear, cloud computing. So if someone is going to ask you the definition of cloud computing, no need to say this much, because if you say like this, they will understand you have memorized from somewhere, some books, some internet, and then you are saying. So in short, you can say cloud computing is a remote computing service, okay, which can be accessed through internet, and we pay for the service how much we use. Like you have to make it in your own language, so the interviewer can understand, okay, he has some idea about the cloud computing. If you say this definition, means you have memorized from somewhere. So cloud computing is a remote computing. We pay for the service how much we use, and the services are accessible through internet. No need to say this compute, database, storage. Now the next is cloud computing model. So when we talk about cloud computing model, there are three type of cloud computing model, And here what we are learning the first one, infrastructure as a service. And when you learn this infrastructure as a service, it doesn't mean that you cannot use software as a service. Okay. So infrastructure as a service means I want to build my own data center. So in the data center, what are the things we have? We have the servers, and to support the server, we have router, switches, firewall, internet connection, the rack, and all those things will be there in the data center. So overall objective is we want to have some application server or we want to have any web server. For that, all the remaining things we purchase around and we configure for their security, for their accessibility throughout the globe. So infrastructure as a service means we want our own server, our own network in the cloud, which I can handle by my own. I configure by my own what will be the security, what type of server it will be, what OS I will use. So these all control I want. Okay. So that is infrastructure as a service, where the cloud service provider will give you what are the things? Hardware, internet connection, electricity, and the space. Definitely the space what they are using. So for these all things you don't need to do anything. So that is infrastructure as a service. On top of it, you are going to purchase your own operating system. You are going to configure your own application or whatever you want to deploy on the server. Security, you are going to configure by your own. So entire control is under you. That is infrastructure as a service. So generally corporates they go for infrastructure as a service. Means companies they need infrastructure as a service. Do you think you need server as an individual? You don't need. What you will do with the server? Maximum you need is some software or some storage space. That's it. Apart from this, you don't need anything from the cloud. Companies they need this infrastructure as a service to deploy. Next is platform as a service. If you are a software developer, in that case, you need some platform to run and test your codes. So this platform as a service is used by developers. Okay. Infrastructure as a service used by company. And software as a service is used by everyone. Why everyone? I am using a computer which is having only 4 GB of RAM and very less compute power processor is there. Suppose it is a like Pentium processor is there. So nowadays minimum we are using i3. And the software which I want to use, it need more compute power like 16 GB of RAM, high processing power. So I will not be able to install on my laptop. So what I will do? I will take software as a service. So that software can be used in the browser. For example, you are using this converter softwares. Converter websites. Convert PDF to Word. Convert JPG images. So what you do? You upload on the website and then when it is converted, you download this. So that is what? Software as a service. Okay. And nowadays, all the companies, their business model has been changed. It is good for us also, but not good for long time. For example, if I need any MS Office software, suppose Word, Excel, PowerPoint software. So earlier the concept was you purchase the software and it is lifetime free for you. When you purchase it, they will give you one product key, and that product key you can use lifetime. One time investment was there. Now the company has changed this model in subscription basis. So most of the companies now they don't sell their software, they give as a subscription. For example, you remember about the VMware. So when you take this VMware Professional, you need key. So VMware also stopped this concept of the key. You have to come with the subscription model. Suppose uh, for the 3 years, how much you are going to pay, that is more than the one-time investment now. So all the companies are changing their business model and coming to the subscription model. And we think that, okay, it's a subscription will take for 1 year. So we calculate for 1 year, we are paying only this much. Earlier, we need to pay that much for buying this product. But if you have to go for long period, then that will be costly. So all the companies now they are giving software as a service, subscription model. That software you can use in browser, or if you want you can install also. For example, I will show you. There is a Creative Cloud. I have taken this as a service, software as a service from Adobe company for my company. So this they will give some plan. So I can install the applications. Here is the apps. Now it's visible now. So this is a Creative Cloud where you can see there is a lot of software. So essential in your plan. In my plan, these are the softwares. AI illustration, Adobe Reader. So these I have installed. Premiere Pro, InDesign, Photoshop. So these softwares are included and some softwares are not included in this plan. So which I can take as an service. Available by request, you see. And these all softwares will be, I think, count will have the option where they will show you that it is for 1 year, how much is the price, pricing list and all. Also, along with this stock catching, there will be some price plan also here. Your plan, they are not showing. I think it will show on this website. Included in the plan, plans and payment. So these all services are here. So like this, there will be a bundle. Similarly, instead of using MS Office, we are using Office 365 nowadays, okay, which includes all Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, and all. I don't want to use this Office on my laptop, means I don't want to install it. So what I can do? I can use browser to open Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Directly open in the browser office.com, sign in. If you want to get as a soft copy, you can do it here. Now here we have the apps. So all the application is here, what you want. Okay, OneDrive, PowerPoint, Excel, Outlook, everything. So I want to open my email. So I will directly click here, it will open in a new tab. From here I can send email, I can see my emails, all those things. Similarly, I want to work on PowerPoint. I'll click here. This is the PowerPoint here. What I need. So in the browser itself I can work. I want to open any PowerPoint file. I'll click here. There will be option to open, and from there we can open from this device. Understood? So this is what software as a service, and these all things comes with the subscription. Okay? And when you work, then where these files will get stored? These files will by default go to your OneDrive. Here you have the option save as a copy online, or you want to save as to the local device also. Download a copy to your computer, download as PDF, download as ODP, download as image. All the options are. So similarly, we have lot of softwares which we can use software as a service. Cloud deployment model. Cloud can be deployed, or you can say the cloud service can be deployed in these three different models: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud means you deploy all your servers either in AWS, Azure, or GCP, these cloud service providers. You go, you take the service, you deploy it there. That is public cloud, which can be accessed by the public. Next is private cloud on premises. If there is a huge order, you are a big company, this service provider will configure all the devices on your premises and they will take care. Another model of the same is like a complete section, an area of the device will be fixed for you. So if you search on the YouTube, you will find one data center on rent. Okay, so what they do, there will be a very big floor and they will have case grill. So in the grill, they will keep your devices separate, rack devices, everything will be separate, and they'll put a tag. This area or this devices belongs to which company. So their space, their power, their internet, everything you are going to take on rent. Okay. So that is private cloud, like a private data center. Hybrid means your cloud applications you want to connect with the private data centers, means private and public mixture of both is hybrid. Is it clear? So in the private and public cloud, the difference is public cloud means all your servers, your services are deployed in public infrastructure. Private cloud means you are not owning anything. In the same area, things are completely separate, like your own data center. In a public cloud, what happens? They are not giving you a dedicated hardware. If you take one server, they will not give you one server device. Inside the device, they will do the virtualization. They will create the virtual machine, and one virtual machine you will take from the same device, one virtual machine another customer will take. So that's why we say it as a public cloud. On the same hardware, there is a infrastructure of other customers also. But for the private cloud means complete that specific area your hardware, everything is separate for you. Understood? And definitely the private cloud will be costlier in compared to public cloud. Now, what is cloud computing? So, cloud computing is simply that a storing application on remote server, processing data from the server via the internet and all. So that's why they have given one statement that if you need a milk, would you buy a cow? Definitely, if we have the space, we will buy a cow because now there is a lot of scarce in this milk and milk products. But here we don't have a space to park the bike or car, so how we can have a cow? Okay. Characteristics of cloud computing: on demand self service. Self service means you don't need to go anywhere to take any service. Log into the AWS portal. From there, whatever service you need, you take it and you will get added all those things in your bill. Broad network access, anytime, any place, any device. You take cloud computing in India, you access it by sitting in Africa. Resource pooling, multi-tenancy means in the cloud computing, the same resource is virtualized and available for others also. Means in the hardware, they are going to define a specific capacity for a specific user or the customer. Rapid elasticity means flexible, scalable. Whenever you need, accordingly, it will extend also. Measured service, how much hour, how much minute you have used, for that much period they are going to charge. In the cloud computing, nothing is free. So don't expect anything that they will give free. If you are storing the data for storage, they will charge. If you have another database somewhere else and you are synchronizing the data between the server, so how much traffic it has used, for that also there is a charge. Okay. So there is a different categories based on that they are going to charge. Storage also they have different classes. If you want quick access, you want to store the data, quick access, different charge, higher cost. You want to store the data, but access will be very slow. For that, less charge. So all type of services available here in the cloud. Now here the cloud model we have just seen, and this is the slide which explains you about the service model. Generally what happen? You manage everything, networking, storage, server, virtualization, everything in the traditional data center. Then when you take the infrastructure as a service, they give you networking, storage, server and virtualization. They create the virtual servers. Till here. After that, the operating system, middleware, data, application, whatever is the things, you take care. Software as a service. Everything they take care. We only use applications and data. Sorry, this platform as a service. And software as a service, everything is managed by the service provider. Is it clear? So this is the difference between IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. Deployment model, public, private and hybrid. In the public, shared infrastructure we are going to use. Here private, no shared infrastructure, completely dedicated area, your hardware, everything will be dedicated for you. Definitely it will be expensive. Here this private data center is powered not by the AWS. Some other companies are there who are giving these services. And hybrid will be both. Now coming to the cloud service provider. So we have lot of companies in the market which provide cloud service. But why we are here to read AWS only? Why not Alibaba Cloud? But now it's not more. Azure is going to cover it. Earlier, there was a trend that 70% of the market, cloud market, was captured only by the AWS. But now it's not that much. I think 30-40% only. So let us see the report. And that's why in the market nowadays there is a demand of Azure also. Cloud computing market share. 11 January 2024 market analysis. Okay. They are not showing as a graph. They are showing as a statement. AWS has the largest market share of the cloud infrastructure at 33%. Okay. Azure 22%, Google 10%, and the remaining other companies 35%. But it is not the updated one. 2024 it is more than that for other companies. I think in image they will give a correct idea. 23. Understood? So the second leader is going to be Azure. So where you will join for this course? Definitely if people are using, then Azure is going to be second leader. And if it is going to be second leader, then there will be job opening on Azure also. And you have learned AWS. Then again headache. Problem now. So when you go down and check with Basin, when you read Linux operating system, suppose Ubuntu or Red Hat, and later you get another flavor of Linux or another distribution of Linux. So what you will do? Again you will take admission. You have learned Red Hat and you are going to work on Ubuntu or CentOS. Then what you need to do? Take admission. Only some commands will be different, concepts are same. But here both things are different. Concept is okay. Names are different for the same thing, and this configuration steps will be different. So once you learn this cloud computing for any, either it is Azure or AWS, after that you can do self learning by your own on the same platform, and you can learn. No need to go to any institutions. So parallelly, I know you all are very busy, but whenever you feel you are free, parallelly practice on Azure also, so that in your resume you can mention that I have knowledge of AWS plus Azure both. So the company who is having this Azure cloud service, they can call you for interview and they can hire you. Nowadays there is a demand of multi-cloud also. Multi-cloud means what? The person who is having knowledge of these three cloud computing, GCP, AWS and Azure. So some companies they ask, why they ask? Because like in my company, they do the testing on the clouds. Their service, their product, they upload on the cloud and they test whether it is working properly or not, whether there is any bug functionality. So for that, who can do this testing? Who is having knowledge how to work on these different cloud platforms? So that's why this knowledge is required. As you can see, apart from AWS, there are other cloud service provider also. And if I'm not wrong, this Alibaba cloud is from China. Yes. Then we have the Salesforce, and this is also having a very good market capture. And we have the job opening on Salesforce also. IBM cloud is rare, but generally in the market, people are using this AWS, Azure, GCP, and Salesforce. Okay, so these four are mostly used in the market. So you should have not complete knowledge, but at least some knowledge about this. It is not possible for me to give these ideas here, because if I give, I need 3 4 months to complete this course. So you can go through, everything is there on the YouTube. So you can go through, have some idea what exactly is the Salesforce cloud, what is there, what is there in the GCP, what is different. I am creating here EC2 machine, there what is the name, how to create it. So you will have some difference and ideas. Not right now, after 10 15 classes, you can try these all things. Okay. So these are the cloud service provider, and you should have idea about the cloud service provider. Which companies are there in this market? At least 10 names. Okay. Because in some interview they ask the common cloud service provider names. Next is why AWS? Definitely because it is having a larger market share. On that time, you see 69% was there. So I have not updated. I think it's time to update. Save image as, remove it, insert it from this device, downloads. So now this one is good. What is AWS? Definitely about the companies and all. History when AWS launched its first product, then first customer event and all these things. Now this AWS certification we have already seen yesterday that what are the things we have. Which companies are using this AWS? A lot of companies are there, not only this much. Okay. Coming to the AWS global distribution. So what exactly is this AWS global distribution? Means the presence of AWS is in this entire world. So how they are giving these services? So they have three things: region, availability zone, and edge location. Region means a specific area. Availability zone means the group of data centers makes availability zone. Okay. And then the edge location from where we it gives the service. Okay. So first there will be a region. In that region there will be availability zone. The availability zone means the data centers. Okay. And then there will be edge location from where they are going to provide the service. So instead of referring this, we can directly refer on the website AWS regions and availability zone global infrastructure. So see overall how many regions we have here: North America, South America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, Australia and New Zealand. Okay, so here you can see the regions. So inside this, these are the 7 continents almost, and in this, these are the regions you see: Canada, West, Polygon. So these are the regions. Okay, Ohio, and the coming location. So these are the coming locations: Mexico. So let us talk about our India. So this is the Pacific, Asia Pacific. Here we have India, Mumbai, and the second one is, and third one is no upcoming region in our India. Okay, so in India we have only two regions: Hyderabad or Mumbai. Apart from that, you see in the China, this one, next Beijing, Hong Kong, Thailand is going to coming soon. Malaysia is already there. Taiwan is going to come soon. This is Seoul, Japan, Osaka, Tokyo. So these all are. Now, so these are our regions. Now coming to the availability zone. Okay. So here you can see in the Asia Pacific, the region where is our Mumbai. How many availability zones we have? Three. Hyderabad, three. When it was launched 2016, here in 2022. Clear this one? So accordingly you can see. So this is the global distributions. So in a specific region, there will be a lot of data centers, and that data centers are the availability zone, and from there they give the services. From edge location they give the services. Now, how to select a region? So you will think if we are in India, then we have only two choice. We can take service either from Hyderabad or Mumbai, but it's not the fact. You are in India, you can take service from anywhere, any part of the world. But we have to keep in mind what are the things. First, the price. Price for every region will vary. Why it varies? Because the infrastructure which is set up there, the cost also varies for the internet, the maintenance cost, the land cost. A lot of things are there. So that's why the cost in every region will vary. So you can take the service from any region. User customer location. Suppose your customer, your market is in Europe and you have data center in Mumbai. You have taken service from Mumbai. So all the customer traffic will come where? Mumbai from Europe. So when it is traveling through internet, definitely when access they are going to access the service, they will feel slowness. Not that much level of slow, but definitely there will be a performance issue. But if we deploy the service in the Europe near to the customer location, then they can access our service very fast. So that's why the first thing is price. Second is user and customer location. Latency, definitely the time which it takes to access the service. Security and compliance requirement and the service availability. The availability zone or the region which you are going to select. How much availability of the service is there. If there is any maintenance is happening, sometimes the service is disrupted. But generally in cloud, it's not happening. Okay. So these are the factor we have to consider. So mainly we consider the two things: customer location and price. And based on that, we select our region and availability zone. Edge location, we have lot from where we give the services. Now coming to the free tier account. So you know very well that what exactly is a free tier account. Free tier account gives you access of 12 months free of cost, in which everything is not free. So when you refer this AWS portal related to the free tier account, you will get all the things detailed, that what are the things free and for how long. Like for example, storage, how much storage space is free. Like we use na Google Drive 15 GB free. After that, if it exceeds, we need to pay. Similarly, here we have compute power. If you are going to use any server, you want to create any server, 750 hours per month, that is free. If you go beyond that, you have to pay. Means if you create one machine, 1 hour. If you create two machines and both you have used for 1 hour, so how many hours? 2 hours. So it will not calculate based on your account login. They will calculate based on the machine, individual machine, how much hour it used, you have used, and they accumulate all. So this AWS free tier account is very important and you have to create. These are the domains of AWS. So domain, definitely all the things, all the terms which comes in the IT, this is available there in the AWS. Multimedia, mixing, photography, Internet of Things, IoT, everything is here available. You want to create your own firewall, that is there. Okay. So all the things are available on this AWS. This much domain what is mentioned, that is not least. Now they have developed a lot of things. Okay. So now what you have to do is you have to create a free tier account. And to create a free tier account, you should have 2 rupees. That's it. And if you don't have, not in your cash, in your master or visa card, it should be either a credit card or debit card, master or visa. Nowadays they are showing they accept rupee card also. So you have to try. And how to create a free tier account, you know better. You have idea or not? Huh? You can create, huh? So you create it, and so within this week, try to create this free tier account, because most of you will face some issue. Okay. So get a free tier account. There you will go, give your email ID, password, email verification link will go. So like that you have to continue. See here.